Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. If you're my pre-existing subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we are going to be discussing a few different topics today. I find a lot of things that have happened since Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you. So let's just talk about some of the few things that just happened even within the past 12 hours. We have the South Korean president declaring martial law or marital law, depending on whatever one they use. We're going to talk about Biden pardon and what that means. We're also going to discuss, well, I brought my Illuminati deck here, so we're going to use this and see if maybe they can give us more definitive answer into what we're reading, and to see if maybe we can get a deeper understanding about the 2024 election, if there is any, proof of any kind. What would that be and what would that entail? I kind of really been aching that I do this one first in particular, so the question was the Illuminati. So we are just going to go dive in. I know we did the reading before, but now that we actually have, what's it called, certain cards in here, it might give us a deeper understanding about what we're reading and what we're understanding. So we're going to use that today, and we're also going to talk about everything else in this video as well. So anyway, let's begin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit this bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with others. The more you engage with this content, the more likely you are going to see my videos, and the more we can get the message out to other people as well. Just a reminder, this video is being recorded on Wednesday, December 4th at 12:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is when this video is being recorded. Remember, everything in this video is just for alleged purposes only and for entertainment purposes only as well. Alright, so we are going to just jump right in. So Spirit Angel, tell me about the 2024 presidential election. Tell me the story of the before and after, what we see out in the open. What do we see out in the open for the 2024 presidential election and the election of Donald Trump? Is it this deck? Okay, they want me to use this one, so we're going to use this deck. Okay, so Spirit Angel, tell me, what do we see out in the open that that it hasn't been shown behind the scenes? Like, what's in the open? Okay. Okay, so there's a challenge to this card here. Okay. Nicole, can you put the light on for me, please? Okay, what else do we not see out in the open? What do you see in the open that it's also not hidden behind the scenes? Okay.
You want lower?
No, that's perfect. Thank you. Okay. You know, honestly, there is what's it called, the electoral certification that's going to be upcoming, and there's going to be some explosive news. So I'm going to see if I can make 2 videos today. Try to cram it in before it's too late. Let's see. Okay. We have the family room. That's the bottom of this deck here. So the first card that comes up is the false person being challenged by the mature male, which is Biden. Biden is the mature male. He is a challenge to the false individual. So what happened before and after the election, this is kind of like the story here. This is what we see out in the open. We have I don't even know how to say this, but judgation or whatever it's called. It's about going to the courtroom. It's behind the scenes. So it's telling me here that it doesn't look like it's going to be challenged out in the open, which is why you haven't heard anything. Under here we have courtship, disconnect between the people in a position to power. And their expectation was Harris was going to win. Right? It's reversed. I'm also here in 2028 for her. Okay, so this is out in the open. What are we going to see behind the scenes? We're going to find it out with the Illuminati deck. Now, this is a game, actually, just so you know. A lot of you guys who've been with me for a while, you know I read tarot cards with actual games because they're a lot easier to read. Yes, anything can be a tarot card if you dream it. So, yes, to answer that question, yes. Okay. And I will have a different tower deck that come in, well, not a tower deck, a game deck that come in. It's going to be the older version of the Illuminati deck, so we're able to get information. Otherwise, we would not be able to get. So there's that as well. All right. Okay, so Spears Handler, tell me, what did we not see behind the scenes regarding the 2024 presidential election from election day and onwards? What's going on behind the scenes? Okay. What's going on behind the scenes here that we don't see out in the open? So it's interesting. So we have the fourth person coming out in the open, being challenged by the mature male, but behind the scenes, feminine coming out. Then here, the next card that we have here is California, sideways, market manipulation, Swiss bank account, slush fund, and then we have health food stores. Interesting. Okay, what else? What else is going on behind the scenes? Okay, let's see. We have Senate Investigating Committee. Secret man was not meant to know. And it's bribery. Okay. What else? What is the expectation? What's the final result here with the election day? So the expectation was Vice President Harris was supposed to win. Why didn't she win? What's going on behind the scenes? We have Texas reverse, tobacco and liquor company reverse, CFLAIO. We have TV preachers. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck here? The phone company. Okay. We have the FBI here coming in. The top of the deck here. The FBI is on the top of the deck. Government straight. Okay. So what do we have here? So we have the false person. This is the Republican because there's a lot of red here. And we have him being challenged by the Bashir Mel, which is the one in positions of power, or I wouldn't even say it's in a position of power. I would say it's more so like a ruler of the free world. It's what they normally refer to the president as, right? Underneath here, what's going behind the scenes, though, it's feminists. Any attempt to control any democratic group, which is the feminist card, right? But when I first got this, I got women on fire. Now, that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. That could mean that, the movement or energy burns right up. Like, it's gone. Zero, you know what I mean? That could be why that could be indicating. It could also mean that, the disappearing of women and the control is what that could also indicate as well. I don't see that to be the case. I see it's more so they were trying to dominate the female group. We have here under the Supreme Court, we have California sideways, liberal weird government, right? The next one was sideways, was market manipulation. We know that for sure. We know that there's something going on with Poly Market and how they got the exact map 2 weeks prior to the election. We had Swiss bank account, which for those of you guys who don't know, when you get a bank account in Switzerland, I don't even know how to pronounce that correctly, so just don't hold me to it. What's it call it? When you get a bank account, you cannot be prosecuted for whatever's in that bank abroad. What's particularly in this country because it's a neutral country. The next card that comes up is slush fund. Exchange this card at any time for $15 million to be placed in your Illuminati treasury. Right, we have a bunch of pay getting paid, but it's kind of dirty money, right? Then we have here health food stores. Any attempt to control anti-nuclear activities or activists. And I said this many times before, I'm going to say it again. I said this before back in 2020, that a lot of food companies and a lot of these places in the grocery stores and, price gouging, whatever you want to call it, well, they are part of this control, this effort to try to make it appear as if the economy is doing worse off than it actually is. It's known as price gouging. They're doing it on purpose so that you are forced to elect somebody who doesn't best fit your interests but fit theirs, by using food as the main source to determine whether or not on how you're going to vote. Now, we do have here the courtship reverse, right? And the courtship is telling me the disconnect between the House and the Senate. Was it telling me already that there's going to be a very strong possibility that the House is going to go Democrat Yeah, that's right. You heard that the House is going to go Democrat. And I did say this before in my other past reading. I just got the wrong time frame wrong. I kept saying that the 2022 election, midterm election, we're going to see the Democrats get swept in, but they didn't get elected in at first time, but they will switch over and it will go blue. I think that this is going to happen. It's going to be a very strong possibility, even stronger possibility than in the past. We do have the courtship card reverse, and I'm going to ask you to read in that in another video. With the courtship card reverse, would tell me we have a Republican Senate and a Democrat House, which means there's a disconnect in the congressional section. There will be a Senate investigating committee. Yeah. So there is a Senate investigating committee. Secrets that man was not meant to know. So that has to do with the courtship. So something's going on with the Congress that there's a Senate committee for, and it has to do with bribery, money. And this is leading up to the midterm. This is leading up to the election. It almost feels like, in a way, because the way I'm reading it, it feels like this is also in the past, but also in the future. It's like almost like weird, because it's like the energy of the past and the future together at the same time. Like, could we have here? This is the future card, the courtship card reverse. It's the future card, but telling me here that this is the future, which is also the past. I wonder if maybe they're looking at the past, what happened in the past, but they're doing that in the future. And maybe wonder if that's what the energy that I'm getting here. We do have here under expectations, we have the first card that came up was Texas, violent conservative government reverse, right? Oil industry, a lot of people were complaining about the prices of gas. We have tobacco and liquor company. A lot of people felt like prices even on drinks or alcohol had gone up. They can't drink their life away and forget. So a lot of Americans remember. We do have here CFLAIO, which is the unions. So lack of union support. And then we do have here TV preacher, religion. I definitely feel like there was a couple factors in here that led to this victory. But the problem is this card is also reversed as well. And we have here on the top of the card here, we have the FBI coming in. The FBI is coming in, right? Which makes sense because it's the government. And then on the bottom here we have the reverse phone company. I flipped it upright to show you guys. But we have the phone company, right? It says here, save, save, save. It's just telling the people, the American people, to start saving money. It's misinformation campaign that is allowing this to fester up. So now that we got all this information, the next thing I want to see is will anything be done about it. Because now we know the kind of bit of the story, we understand what happened. Now let's see if maybe we can get the storyline. Let's see if maybe will Biden do anything, because we kept getting for a while that Vice President Harris is still somehow going to become president. Let's see if this card can actually tell us. And I don't know if she will become president before January. The thing is, the energy is kind of weird. Like, I get January and I get December, but I also get February and March. So I don't know what that's all about. There's something here that she's in a high position of power during those times. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, so the next one that we're going to ask now is, will anything be done about it? Or will, yeah, we'll ask if anything's going to be done. If there was fraud. If there was fraud, will anything be done? Alright, so Spirit Angels, tell me, what do we see out in the open? Okay, they're telling me to use my regular Rider-Waite tarot. Spirit Angels, tell me, will anything be done out in the open? Will anything be done out in the open that we're going to not see, that we're going to see publicly regarding if there was possible election fraud? If there was election fraud, will there anything be done about it? And this is for the public only, what we see out in the open. I'm getting like heavy gut feeling, like my stomach's being pulled down. I don't know. I keep getting, I don't know is the answer. It's like it's all up in the air. Like it's not set in stone. We have the Page of Pentacles. There's one way that you can hope. I feel like there's a constitutional crisis coming up, and that's why it could be giving us this flux. Okay, so Spirit Angels tell me behind the scenes with the 2024 presidential election, if there was fraud, will anything be done about it? Well, that was quick, but I'm not going to take it because I want to get an actual card, not just a whole half of the deck. So Spirit Angels tell me, will anything be done about the 2024 election? We have here international communist conspiracy reversed. We have comic books. We have congressional wives. Okay. Alright. Will anything be done about the 2024 presidential election? Well, white collar crime, computer espionage. I think that is white collar crime, actually. We do have here, we have California. There's something going in California that's going to be taking place. We have here market manipulation on the top of the deck. And it has the bull, the Taurus, and the bear. Okay. We have the death, a transformation, a rebirth. This is the Pluto card here, right? The Scorpio card. This is the Scorpio card. Right? The Scorpio card is the death card here. It's being followed by the Four of Pentacles, holding on to power. Right? Holding on to control. Then it's being followed by the Queen of Cups reversed, which means the Democratic Party is out of power, out of office, which is my Vice President Harris card because it is reversed. But normally when it's upright, it's Vice President Harris in office. It's reversed. We have the Hierophant card, which is also reversed. This is my Trump card here, with a lot of red. It's also reversed, which means that there's a vacancy in the presidency at this point in time. There's a vacancy. And we have here it's being challenged by the reverse Nine of Cups reverse. There's a challenge here that's also reversed. It's the results. Did they go the way they actually were supposed to, or did they go the way it was actually, did it actually go that way? Because we have here, when it comes to the further clarification, we have the international communist conspiracy, any attempt to control any communist group, which they call the Republicans, the Democrats here, but really the Republicans are the communist group. That's reverse here. We have the comic book. There's something in the comic book that came to fruition. I'm getting pulled to the book about Baron's Underground Journey. Could we have here comic book here, Wham! Power Resistant Income. Weird and violent. And again, there's another weird and violent card coming in. We have here, it's also being aided by conservative and straight, which is congressional wives. So the congressional wives are engaged in some sort of conspiracy. And underneath the comic book, the thing that takes place in the comic book are computer espionage and white collar crime. The fact that these two cards came up together is astonishing. I really want to know what white collar crime is. We do have here underneath the Nine of Cups here, was aided by the reverse Swiss bank account. And we have here at the top of the deck here, we have market manipulation. I don't see any energy regarding Biden or Harris. It almost feels like they gave up. Will Vice President Harris become the next president of the United States? Now, that's a very wordy question. That's a very wordy question. I shouldn't have said that because that can mean that she can become president under Biden and Biden step down. So I don't even know why I asked that, but we have the first card come in as imprisonment. Spirit angels tell me, will Vice President Harris assume the office of the presidency because of the 2024 election and the results showing that she actually won? That's the question that we should be asking, not the other way around. We have the death card, which is the transformation, the end of something. It's the start of a new, and we have the gift. The gift fell literally right on that. I did not do that. The gift card fell on the death card. The gift of the dead. So the dead is giving a gift to the lie, the moral. There's a gift here that's coming. And it's because of the main male reverse. The main male is Trump, is reverse. And the child energy, something with Trump and children, particularly his inner child, is going to take effect. And because of that, a big change is coming. It's going to cause despair. It's going to remind him of what it was like with his father. And then he's going to be in his negative thoughts. And there's a message of concern. And the message of concern is we're in poverty. I've been alert to the what they call the episode in The Simpsons where she said we got quite a budget crunch from President Trump. It feels like that. It feels like Trump goes into office but gets removed from office. So I'm assuming this is taking place after January 20th, where she becomes installed or reinstated as president. Installed as president is probably the word that I would be using. Let's see. Spiritual angel tell me where Vice President Harris become installed as President of the United States since the gift card lies above the death. We have here hidden energy of the moon. I don't think we're going to know. I don't think we're going to tell us until it actually happens because this is the election card reverse. The moon, there's something hidden about the election and the vote count. So this is the ballots here, the Three of Pentacles. We don't actually know who won. I think it's going to take a while. There's a problem here, and it's the Ten of Swords reversed. I think there's an issue because it has to do with the incumbency. And we're talking about reinstating. We have the White House reversed. I feel very strongly that we don't actually know who the winner is. And I said before that there might be a possibility that we might have to revote in January. I wonder if there's going to be a 2025 presidential election, a revote, the first time that ever happened in U.S. history, is a revote, where you have to recast your vote. Because the only way to verify it, you have to recast your vote. Did you vote or did you not vote? Or I guess they just have to redo the result. I don't know, but that's what it feels like. It feels like there's a problem here. If they get sworn in, it's over. Okay. This reading turned out to be something entirely different. I'm trying to figure out the information here. I actually might split this into two readings. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we got time. Because we're trying to get to the bottom of this, and I think the Illuminati deck is really helping. I really like the deck. I think it's, I can't believe when I actually use this deck for other personal reasons. I couldn't believe my eyes how accurate and how how easy it was to read. It really was. The energy was clean. It was probably the cleanest deck I ever used. It was so easy. It was so understanding. It was just mind-boggling. Okay, so let's talk about December. Let me find out. I want to find out when are they doing the electoral certification. Okay. Because that's going to be a big thing right there. When is the electoral certification? Okay, so by Christmas Day, the electoral votes must arrive. So there is some sort of delay here, but yeah, so let's just use that. And I did say there's going to be some explosive events, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover both the explosion, but that could be related to the explosion. Now that is more so metaphorically, could be physical, but it looks to me like that's more metaphorical. But let's take a look. From now until December, to the end of December, let's just do that. So Spirit Angels tell me till now to the end of December, December 31st, before the new year rings in at 2025, what will be taking place? Okay, we have two cards coming here. Oh. Ooh. Okay. can kind of tell the story already. Getting chills here. Yeah, the cards are saying Kamala. I mean, excuse me. The same Vice President Harris, excuse me. We have the Ace of Pentacles reverse. I'm getting like this state of shock, state of confusion. Almost like just understand what the hell just happened. That's what I'm getting. So I'm gonna read it to you, and then we'll go from there. We have the Four of Pentacles. Which means Trump won. He won 4 states in particular that was huge. He won Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Nevada. Right? We have the 3 of Wands here. Election day. This is my election day card. The 3 of Wands being reversed and being challenged by the Judgment card. These 2 cards came out together. That's reversed. There's not going to be a judgment on the result initially when Trump won. Right? They're going to go through. It's going to look like he's the declared victor. Right? But then something happened with the ballot and the 3 of Pentacles. He gets forced out. There's some sort of reversal to the King of Wands. When the King of Wands reversed, that means that person is out of power, out of office, thrown out. The end of something, right? That's the King of Wands reverse. So it's telling me the story here with the 4 of Wands here, the 4 of Pentacles, that he holds on, he wins. So this is election day results. Nobody judged an election day result because at first they're like, oh, okay, everything looks pretty normal. Here's the Sun card, he's coming out as victor. Something happened with the ballots. He's out of power, or he's no longer declared winner. We have the Page of Cups here. I wonder if this has to do with the electors. Because this is taking place in this month, from now until the end of December, not normally when they have to submit their electoral certification. We have the Page of Cups here. We have the Hierophant. And this is the Republican energy. It's reversed. This is the Trump card. It's reversed on the election day, the Judgment card. Under the Sun card, we have the reverse Tower card. Removing of the incumbent in power. It's reversed, which means that he did not do that. Right? He did not do that. He did not remove himself and did not remove the party in power. Under here, the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Cups reversed. This has to do with the voters. Because this is the voter card celebrating, right? This is the voter ballots. It's reversed. This is upright. This is reversed. Because voters should be celebrating how they voted. If Trump won the majority of people should be happy. So therefore, this card should be upright. Because underneath here, we have the King of Wands reversed, which means he's removed from power at this point in time. We have the Ace of Cups upright, which tells me more evidence, more ballots are being shown. Something's going to be shown cast here. And it has to do regarding to the Trump card, which is the devil, which is underneath the 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, which means wishful thinking, followed by the devil card here, which is the Trump card, was followed by underneath the, what do you call it? Underneath the election day, with the Judgment card reversed, is the political death. At first, not everything seemed normal, but it's not quite normal anymore. That's it's the end of a political career. We have the Sun card, the Tower card reversed, right? The removing of an incumbent from power, but that's reversed, which means he did not successfully remove the Democratic Party from the White House. Therefore, the Democrats here have the strength of the supported American populace. Underneath the 3 of Pentacles upright, followed by the reverse 3 of Cups, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Wands reversed. It's telling me here that women are no longer be tied to the roots. They're going to be set free. And under here, we have the High Priestess. Because we have the male card reversed here. There's a lot of ballots coming in, or the results, or the data, or whatever it is. And then it's followed by the High Priestess. And that's upright. That's Vice President Harris card. This is the Joe Biden card. This is the story of December. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles. There's not going to be a transfer of power. I feel like there's going to be something that's taking place, something exploded. This is the explosion. It is in regards to electoral certification of the 2024 presidential election in the month of December, from now until December 31st, before we ring in the new year? What is going on in terms of the electoral certification? What is this explosive news that prevents Donald Trump from becoming the next president of the United States? What is going on here? Why can't Trump become president? What ends his political career? Why is this taking place in the month of December? There's a political death here. I'm getting like very strong gut feeling, like my gut is hurting, actually. It's not even good, it's just hurting. We have the tabloids, right? We have Bigfoot and aliens. We have here Society for Creative Arcanism, Violent and Weird. We have Weird card here, right? We also had this very high notion for a very long time that Democrats were running on the campaign and the idea that the Republicans are just weird. Spirit Angel, tell me, what else do we need to know about this explosion? What is going to be the end of Donald Trump becoming the next president of the United States? Why is he not going to be the next president? Okay, they told me to clear this. Clear this deck. Clear. Okay. Why is he not going to become the next... Oh, Jesus. 1 second. I apologize, guys. Sometimes the cards can get the best of you, right? Okay. Alright. Why is Donald Trump not going to be the next president of the United States? Despite winning the election. At least that's what it looks. Okay, we have here Senate Investigating Committee. Okay, there you go. Senate Investigating Committee. And it has to deal with Tribunal Commission. I don't know what that means. Oh, it falls right on the Sun card. It has to deal with his election. I haven't looked that up. We have Trekkies. I don't know what that is. Right? It's weird fanatic. It's giving me like the vibe of this dude from like the one who wore the horns during January 6th. We have here survivalists, resistant to all other groups. What else? Why is Donald Trump not going to become the next president of the United States? I think there's going to be an investigation. And it has to do with some sort of connection, like a fairy connection. It's what I'm getting, a fairy connection, which means a connection that we didn't know that was officially there, but it has been confirmed to have been real. Something that you will be unexpected. We have here orbital mind control. Okay. Parent-teacher alimentation, peaceful conservative straight. It has to do with the military, which is the Pentagon here. Evil genius for a better tomorrow. What did it say here? +4 to any attempt to control, neutralize, or destroy the orbital mind control lasers. What just came up? The orbital mind control lasers. Right? It neutralizes its effect. It neutralizes its ability. There's something going on with the election that neutralizes people's Trump's control on people. It's almost like they wake up. Like there's a wake up of some type. That could be the explosion. Okay, let's look up what this card means here. I don't see any sort of interference. None of those cards came up, which I thought they would, but I guess not. It might be something else that's coming in. Commission. Let's see, what does that mean? Okay, a trilateral commission is a non-governmental organization that promotes cooperation between Japan, North America, and Western Europe. The commission was established in 1973 by David Rockefeller, an American banker and philanthropist, to address the challenges of the growing economic and political independence between these regions. It encouraged open dialogue among members to find solutions social, economic, and geopolitical problems. Okay, so this is kind of relating to very strongly to what happened in South Korea last night, which is why the tribal commission comes up. I find that to be really interesting. Even the fact that even came up. So the final card here for this specific reading. Why is Donald Trump not going to become the next president of the United States? Can you give one more card? Okay, gave me 2 cards. Phone freaks, any attempt to control, neutralize, or destroy the phone company. So there's misinformation. Then we have here the post office. There's something with the mail-in votes, and it has to do with the post office. On the bottom of the deck here, we have, ooh, okay. That could explain why the Pentagon is here. Because the Pentagon's on fire. And we have this. And what's the top of the card? The Society of Assassins. Okay, I guess we know why he's not going to become president. At least that cleared that up. That was pretty straightforward. Kinda. That's probably why they don't even know. Because, I'm going to say this to you guys. In the past readings that I had when Donald Trump was still president of the United States, I said that he was going to get impeached 4 times. 4 times. 2 times in the previous term, 2 times in the next one. But he wouldn't actually be in the term. I said that he was going to get impeached in the year of 2025 to 2026, and he was going to get impeached because he's dead. But they needed to set a precedent that any president going forward can be impeached for those type of crimes that he committed. It would be more of like a precedent thing rather than holding Trump accountable because Trump is gone, but they can't do anything because Trump has a lot of control. But once he's gone, the orbital mind wakes up. Oh, that could be why people wake up, because he's gone. There's something that had to do with Trump being gone that forces people to wake up. Interesting. It's almost like they're in a trance. And until he's gone, the master's gone, and it's off the control panel, they wake up. I think that could be why, something like that could happen. Now, it's not set in stone. It's not set in stone, which means Vice President Harris may not become president. And we saw that in the cards earlier today. She may not. I don't have the energy there anymore. The energy doesn't feel like it's there. So there's a high probability that it might not happen. It's saying it's not set in stone though, because it's saying that things can change. As of right now, when I read on this, it's not there. It's not there. But that can change tomorrow. So just don't lose hope. There's still hope always. But I don't see anything big in terms of that. So maybe let's read on Korea. Let's read on South Korea. Find out why they declared martial law and go from there. Because that's important. I feel like that has a big effect on Donald Trump and what's happening in Trump's area circle. Let's find out. Okay, Spirit Angels tell me about South Korea. What's going on with South Korea? What's going on there? Why did South Korea try to arrest its political opponents? And why did they try to declare martial law? And what does this have to do with Donald Trump? Okay, so I'm hearing in my right ear, because I'm clairaudient. It's not necessarily directly connected to Trump. It's an outline or a blueprint of what to expect for Trump. This is basically, it was a move by South Korea to essentially give Trump an easy blueprint on whatever to fix or what mistake not to make, is what it feels like. We have Journey, Family Room Reverse. We have the Concern card, the Gift, Imprisonment, Pathway, Court, Toil and Labor, Wealthy Man, Reverse, Despair, The House, Marriage, Privileged Lady. There's going to be a woman who goes in South Korea. There's a woman here that's very prominent. Again, I don't know what it is with women. They're coming in almost every reading now in every country. Women are going to take control. I wonder if this is the age of Aquarius, the end, the fallout of man. Because we have the Journey card here, right? For South Korea, the journey, the path forward from dictatorial regimes. We have here is followed by the reverse family room, right? It upholding the values of what it means to be South Korean, oh my God, South Korean, followed by the concern card. There's a concern here regarding the values, regarding the path, the history, the historical significance of South Korea. It was a gift of independence, but therefore it was an imprisonment for them, for the South Koreans. It feels like in some way the South Koreans were misguided, misjudged. They grew too fast. They didn't understand what was happening. It almost feels like to me that they were growing and growing and growing. They hit puberty, so to speak. They kept growing and growing and growing. And they believed at one point they could grab an apple from the bottom of the floor, but now they have to bend to get that apple. But they don't realize as they got older, it took them longer and longer to get the apple off the floor. It feels like to me they just didn't see time. They thought that they progressed enough that a dictatorial regime could not be installed in South Korea. That's what it feels like. It feels like because technology in our lives and everything changed for the better in South Korea, people have lost the idea and understanding that it can happen there too, regardless of how good or how bad the progression was. And we have here the family room, the values, needs to find a new pathway. And he's going to find his pathway into the light of South Korea, going back to the roots of what it means to be South Korean. Underneath the concern card here, we have the court, right? The checks and balances are going to go after the president. I think the president's going to be removed. Because it's being followed by the gift card here, which is the gift of toil and labor. I think he's going to be out of a job soon. And we have here a wealthy man reverse. Journey, imprisonment of a wealthy man. There's going to be the start of people being jailed in South Korea, and it has to relate to people involved in the United States. So we have the family room reverse with the pathway with the spare. Right? They're upset about the South Korean values and the history and the historical significance of their ancestors. The new ones now, the ones currently alive, are experiencing trauma from what happened from the past. Remember, South Korea only been out of a dictatorship for less than 100 years. So we have the concern card upright, followed by the court not doing the thing that it needs to do in order to challenge. I wonder if they even have a court, or there's something to do with the court there. There's something going on with the court. We have here the court card reversed, followed by the House. The House of Parliament, I don't know exactly what the system is, but it's going to challenge the president. There's going to be a removal, an impeachment, or whatever they have, their version of it. We have here disconnect. The final result, they disconnect from the president. The president is removed from power. And I feel like he's going to be jailed. And it has to do with because of women. Women. Has to do with women. And the first card that I got here was false person as well. I'm getting information that is connected to the election. I wonder if South Korea had an election recently. Okay. Two cards that came out. We have here minority morale, which is reverse. We have here mortician, death, or the funeral card, reverse. We also have here local police department, reverse. I don't feel like they're going to be patrolled. We have here whispering campaign. There's some sort of secrets that has to do with, there's a secret, there's a network here. I feel like there was a network. There's information going on here that's going to be shined a light on the United States. The servant of the shift-through. Any attempt to destroy any group. This is like a secret undercover group. And we have here the Trekkies. I have to read on this. This card also came up again for the 2024 presidential election. Let's find out what that means. Okay. What does Trek mean? Oh, it has to do with Star Wars. Star Wars. The science fiction television program has to do with Star Wars. Interesting. That means high progression, right? Societal progression. The next card here we have American Auto Dual Association, right? Auto industry, the tariffs, all that stuff. We have here nuclear power companies. I think it has to do with energy. There's some sort of energy here, and it has to do with energy and drugs, international cocaine smuggling and market manipulation reverse. And the California card keeps coming up. There's something going on with California. I wonder if there's like California billionaires or millionaires that is engaged in this active network campaign to ensure certain people in positions of power to maximize their profit. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're putting not only the United States at risk, but also the entire world globally. And I feel like there's an undercover network on how to control the global economy. It's what it feels like. Because we became globalized, it went global. The dark economics is really what I'm going to call it now. The dark economics of all of it has went global because it went global with what do you call it, NAFTA and all those type of things, making everything globalized and bringing the United States into a global economy. It ended up in a blank state where anything and anything's possible. I feel like they want money, and I feel like the only way that we can solve these issues, get rid of the value of money. Really, set it to zero, make that money valueless, and fix the loopholes and start fresh. That's really the only way you can fix corruption. You can't go after corruption if money is valuable. If the money is not valuable, then what is it? Just a piece of paper you wipe your butt with? I mean, really, there is no value to it if you take the value away, right? People can't be corrupt with things they don't have any value with, right? If it's worth something, it has value. So there's that. All right, so at least we understand the connection now between the 2024 presidential election, Biden, Vice President Harris, and all those information. There's also one more thing I do want to touch on, the pardon of Biden's son, Hunter, and see if maybe we can get information on that and why that took place and what that means. Because it feels like to me that, yeah, he pardoned Hunter, but at the same time, by pardoning Hunter, he's essentially telling the American people he believes Trump is going to become the next president of the United States. Okay. Okay, this is still recording. Okay, Spiritual Angel, tell me, why did President Biden pardon his son, Hunter Biden? Because he feels like America's going through a period of darkness and he's not sure how that's going to turn out. That's what it feels like. America's going through a period of darkness under his eyes and he doesn't know how it's going to pan out. And he doesn't want his son to be harmed by it. By the America he couldn't save is what he's feeling like. But I feel like if he were to save the United States, he would do it for his son. The final card, Strength. He knows the resistance. I think he's part of the resistance. That's what it feels like. We have the Hermit card reverse, which is burning standards, right? Going into the darkness, not knowing if you're going to find any light. We have here the Knight of Wands reverse, which is the auto industry. It's reversed as well. It's just telling me building of something, the start of a building, the start of a feeling, this movement. The Knives of Coins reverse, which is telling me a high reward, low risk. It feels like to me he's starting a resistance. I think this is the start of resistance. That's what it feels like. We have here Charity. I think he's going to start pardoning multiple people or start doing something to save people from Trump's wrath. That's what it feels like if he was to become in power. I feel like Biden is doing something, and this is the start of something. I think that was the start. It feels like here we have the King of Cups, the King of Coins reversed, which is Elon Musk. It's reversed here with the Tesla card. The darkness of Elon Musk, the control of him. The Knight of Wands reversed, which is the start of a building of something, which is followed by the reversed Empress card, which is Melania Trump. um, the building of something. There's something being built here with the Empress card. I'm hearing hope. This is the start of hope. That's what it's telling me here. That's the start of hope. The Knight of Coins reverse, which is high risk, low reward. I mean, high risk. I mean, low risk, high reward. Followed by the Five of Coins reverse. The Five of Coins reverse is telling me unemployment is not possible. And we have here the Four of Cups reverse, which are people working and just getting along. I feel like he's gonna do something that's gonna change something. It's gonna have strength. It's gonna give him strength for it. I think this is the start of it. It's the start of the resistance. Spirit Angel tell me, is President Biden a part of the resistance, or is this the start of a resistance? We have the Aries card, which is like the goat, right? We have here the Four of Wands reverse, which is the resistance reverse. We have the Nine of Cups. I don't think he's part of the resistance. I think I actually take that back. He's not part of the resistance. He's just going to try to help as many people as he can before it's too late. That's the Nine of Cups. I feel like he's going to do a lot in this last couple of months, and it has to do with the Ace of Coins. And it has to do with the protection of the economy, protection of your money, protection of something. He's going to make sure that you're going to be okay. It's really what it feels like. What does President Biden pardon have to do? Well, is there anything underlying for President Biden pardon of his son Hunter? What is underlying now? We have blank, a robot sea monster. We have a boy Sprouse reverse, and we have this card here, semi-conscious liberation army. And here's the explosion. I think Biden's the explosion. Something Biden's gonna do is going to explode everything. The things that we knew is not gonna be what we know anymore. Because we have robot sea monster. So the monster of the sea in the robot. I feel like this is telling me robot sea monster is feeling like to me more so than anything. It's the computer system or the computer glitch that is deep inside the coding network that is about to be released. It's the monster, the chosen horse of the data network, and it has to do with the semi-conscious liberation army liberating a large group of people. I feel like, I don't know if other readers are getting this as well. If you feel and you hear that from other people, let me know. There's going to be a large awakening coming. We have the Boy Scouts, little Timmy, straight and peaceful. That's reverse. This is not going to be peaceful. Whatever's happening is not peaceful, and we have here the blank. So what does it mean behind the scenes? It feels like it's the start of something. The start of something explosive. Yeah, I feel like the party is explosive. Because we have here again, we have the KGB. Any attempt to destroy any group, and what is that guy holding? Top secret information. I have a feeling something's going to explode. Oh, okay. There's assassination here. We have here big media coming in. The big media. What does the big media have to say? Something with the Democrats here. So there's an assassination with the big media for the Democrats. Here we have New York. Something going on in New York here. I'm actually here in New Jersey. We have here Nephew of God, which is reversed. Conservative fanatics. There's an end of a belief. We have here international cocaine smugglers. Smuggling in something. There's some sort of smuggling here. We have Fendis fluorators, which is like toxic chemicals, bioengineered weapons. We have the next card here, which is coming up as flat earthers. It's funny how interference did not come up at all. And we have here Ford Motor Company. I think there's going to be a car crash. Yeah, I really do. And it has to do with California. What's going on with California? California keeps coming up. We have here the network reverse, and it had to do with the secret underground group, whatever that is, the Skull and Bones maybe. We have here the South American Nazis, the revelation of something, hiding from purgatory. So let's read this. What did it say here? We have the assassination. So what does this mean? So we know what's going on here. The explosion has to do with some sort of attack. Some sort of attack. I'm here in 1300 Avenue, wherever that is. We have here assassination. It's the end of a god. It's an end of a god because people believe in the god is gone. The big media now speaks freely to the people about the international cocaine smugglers and regarding the Democrats here with defenders with bioengineered weapons in the state of New Jersey. Because of flat earthers or conspiracy, the Ford Motor Company. It feels like to me that there's going to be a possibility of an assassination or maybe a collision where a major prominent Republican gets hit by a Democrat in the car. Or they might be driving a Ford. Yeah, they might be driving a Ford when this happens. I don't even know what to think. And then we have California here. For some reason, California just keeps showing up in the reading. So I feel like something happened in California in the past that is foreshadowing what's happening now. Final card. Well, they gave me a few, so I guess we'll just read them. So it's actually one. Oh, okay. So here's the explosion. The full card. Vote here. Tornado, natural disaster, vote, throwing out your ballot. The ballot system under fire. Okay, now what that means. Okay, here. So we actually have more cards as well. We have all these cards here. Actually, no, hold on. That's not right. This is the card here. I flipped the deck. I was like, why there's so many? There wasn't. It was just two cards. And the other one was the sixth of stores. What's this fighting? I wonder if there's going to be something here that's going to get exploded. What? It almost feels like they're going to try to take Trump out. Or somebody, a Republican, a conservative, going to take Trump out. It's too confusing. It's too much. See if I can break this down. We have the full card here, which has to do with the voting, the natural disaster, bioengineered, something bioengineered, with the sixth of stores, with the possibility of an explosion or car crash. Has to do with the big media. Had to be the end of a belief system. People wake up. International cocaine smugglers. The Democrats are somehow involved in this. The fluorators, which had to do with biochemicals, with flat earthers, the conspiracy in New Jersey, reverse. And it had to do with the Ford. And it has to do with them trying to take somebody out to insult their person in. And it has to do with, we don't care exactly how you voted. We're going to put our person in anyway. That's what it feels like. Well, honestly, this entire video has just been nothing but confusion. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's video, what your thoughts are. I don't really know what to make of it. Honestly, I do not know. I really don't. I will be doing some more readings, so definitely keep note of that as well. So definitely expect some more videos to come out. In the meantime, I will see you guys all tomorrow. I love you and have a great day. And I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. And we're only a couple days out till Christmas. And you guys let me know what other psychics are saying as well. I want to see if maybe they're getting the same thing for Hunter, for South Korea. Really curious to see. Anyway, guys, I love you. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.